of the Polytechnic Institute of Brooklyn, a school that was very nice to teach at, and I was so involved in teaching that I didn't do very much research. And after I retired, I got interested in physics, and that's what I have been doing. And the reason I'm my present age is because of my research. I had something to live for. That was very important. About 30 years ago, Hubble discovered the expansion of the universe. I said to myself, well, that can't be quite right. And so I worked for 6 months on it, and I discovered he was right. So that got me interested in astronomy in general, his announcement. And then I started working on Einstein's theory of relativity. Now, I said to myself, that doesn't sound right to me. And I worked on studying general theory, and in the various books about it, I concluded that it wasn't right. And I got this document together, and I didn't get much encouragement from anywhere. I sent a previous document to the whole physics faculty of University of California, and I didn't get a single response. So he thinks he's brighter than Einstein. You know that syndrome? Well, I worked on it, and I've got finally results that agreed with observations. And so I produced that document here. And not brighter than Einstein. He knew a lot more mathematics than I ever will. But I think he was wrong. And he said publicly his idea of a cosmological constant was his biggest mistake in his life. Well, in retrospect, I don't think that was his biggest mistake in life. Well, dark energy is the fruition of the general theory of relativity. That's the final result. And nobody's ever been able to identify dark energy. And I will respond, they can't find it, they can't measure it, it's not there, it doesn't exist. So the product of the general theory of relativity is incorrect because they can't identify it, they can't find it, and here I have come along as a Johnny-come-lately and find that if you do the problem as in terms of a general, not the general theory of Einstein, but his special theory, that tells you how long it takes for light to get from where it's emitted to where it's observed, which is all I have done.
Yeah.
Look, Einstein published a general theory of relativity in 1916.
Wow.
And nobody has successfully challenged it till this year. Me. My wife was losing her memory. So, and I had an accident where I struck my head against a half-open door, and I was in the hospital for 4 days, and didn't remember everything. In fact, I was tied to my bed because I was getting up in the middle of the night and wandering through the hospital. And we stayed here briefly because I was afraid that I would need care, and I had the wherewithal to pay for it. So we stayed here for, I think, 2 weeks and found this place to be very nice. So when my wife started losing her memory, we looked around for other places and found that this was close and also beautiful. It is a beautiful visually place, and we found the care was very good, so there was much choice when she became lost her memory. And I was, by that time, 97 years old. Let's see, yeah, I was 97 years old, and I thought, well, I'm going to need care too, so I moved in too. And then my wife started seriously losing her memory, so that we've transferred her from a large apartment to the apartment we had in the Rose Wing. And she is quite happy there. And I think that's very important. They've been able to make her happy. September 18th, a year from then, I will be 100 years old.
All right, yeah.
And, you know, I'm an exception that proves the rule.